Hi, my name's Don Harb and I'm General Manager of the Estate Agents Cooperative. Today I'm with Rosie Sullivan, Principal of Australian College of Professionals, where Rosie will be discussing licensing from a training perspective and what will be required moving forward for your licensing needs. Rosie.
Thanks, Don. Hi guys. Look, I just wanted to have a chat about the licensing process from an educational point of view. Not from the processing and how you make your application to fair trading, but from the study that you actually have to complete to gain a full license. And it's fairly extensive, the study that you need to do. It's not just something that you can get very, very quickly. It's something that you need to work towards. You need to get some experience, and you actually need to learn how not to get yourself into trouble and how not to get your boss in trouble, which is a really good one. And at the end of the day, to make sure that everything that you do is compliant, is accurate, is good for the client, and that way you get yourself paid, which obviously is why you're in the business. So let's have a look at how we break that up. When you move from a certificate to a license. Now, whether you're doing that right now or whether you're going to be doing that after the new reforms come in sometime next year, doesn't matter. You're still going to move from a certificate of registration to a license. Yes, when the reforms come in, you'll have a 4-year period to make sure you do that, and the number of competencies will change a little bit, but the process will be the same. So you'll hold your certificate of registration and you'll need to do extra study to obtain the qualification that you require to make application for a license. Now, that qualification that you require is, if you're looking for a real estate license, then it's the Certificate for In Property Services Real Estate. If you're looking for a stock and station license, it's the Certificate for In Property Services Stock and Station Agency. If you're looking for a strata managing license, it's the Certificate for In Strata Community Management, and so on. So there's different qualifications for different categories of license, and yes, there is lots of overlap between the courses. Let's go back and look at the main license there that the majority of people make application for, and that's the real estate license. Now, currently in the qualification, there are 24 units of competency that you need to be assessed against in order to gain that qualification. Now, you get 4 or 3 of those when you do your certificate of registration. After the reforms, you'll be getting 7. So, there will be a change, but at the moment, you need to upgrade. So, the way we categorise that here at the Australian College of Professionals is that there's 5 additional modules to do. So you're holding your certificate of registration, the extra 5 modules. There's financial management, there's staff management. So both of those are quite generic qualifications. Then there's trust accounting, which we all love, and obviously the most important one because you're dealing with people's money and how you manage that. Then there's property management, and then there's sales for real estate. So our core products in what you actually do as a real estate agent. So to actually move your way through to gaining that qualification, you need to be assessed against each one of those modules. Each module has multiple units of competency in it. So when you look at those, say you're my age, and we won't go into how old that is, but and you've got some previous life experience, you've got some things to bring to the table. Now we can look at that and say, okay, well, you've got 20, 30, let's go plus, years of experience in professional jobs. And I might bring financial management and some staff management from other industries, from their generic skills. I might bring that experience to the table. I might even have done other qualifications where I've done units of competency or higher level education that will give me prior learning for that. Now, we as a college assess that. We have very qualified, very experienced assessors that do that for you. That would mean that you wouldn't need to actually complete those courses, those actual training courses via the college. You would be granted recognition of prior learning or recognition of current competence. Therefore, if you've got staff management, financial management, you'd be left with trust accounting, sales and property management. So every single person is treated as an individual, and every single person has really a different program that you will get through by the end of your training outcomes. So by the time you get to the end of that, you will then receive your transcript and your certificate of competency, and that is what you use to make application to fair trading. Now, at the moment, that's all you need. When the reforms come in next year, you'll need experience. You'll need to have held your certificate of registration for 12 months, and you'll need some experience. And that will be signed off by either by your licensee in charge, or it'll be providing evidence that you have that experience. The regulations, we haven't got those yet, so we haven't got absolute detail on what that's going to be. But it's easy enough to say that you'll need to provide evidence that you have experience in both, again, for a real estate licence, that'll be in sales and property management. So as you go down that process, you'll end up with a licence. Now, with the reforms coming in, there is that third category of authority within what Fair Trading are going to offer. So there's a certificate, there's a licence, and then there's the licensee in charge licence. That will come with another higher level qualification, more experience, and it's more about running a business. So there's the Diploma of Property Services, and that's an upgrade. There are 26 units of competency in that qualification. It's not just doing another 2 from the 24 that you need for the certificate 4. It's actually about another 8 or 9 of the way that it's packaged up from a national level. So yes, it is an upgrade, but it's not a huge upgrade. So there's lots of ways that you can come through and get your compliant and, I guess, legislative based knowledge and skills to work in our industry. Then that's qualification based training. That is quite different from your sales, your property management skills that you look at from a skills base of those advanced level skills that where you can do courses specifically in negotiating or specifically in completing a deal or listings or prospecting or how to negotiate leases. All of those sorts of things. That's skills based training, and yes, we offer all of that as well. But the qualification base is actually about getting your authority to work in this industry. Really important to get it right so you don't get yourself and your boss into trouble, and really important so at the end of the day you get paid for what you're doing. So Don, there's lots of deals that we have going with, particularly for EAC members. There's additional discounts, and certainly we encourage EAC members, and all other people of course, but definitely EAC members, to utilise the discounts that you get by coming through the college and upskilling and making sure that you are compliant with and offering, what is most important, a really high quality and, I guess, good journey for your consumers. So at the end of the day, it's all about the repeat business that you're going to get from offering a good service. And hopefully we can start that process for you from the training perspective. So Don, thanks for having a chat about licensing with us.